Check this out. This is the first stage of the October Rimfire match at Twisted Barrel. I ended up being the first shooter of the day on the first stage. The stage consisted of target A at 98 yards and target B at 154 yards. On this stage, the shooter must engage target A with 1 round and then target B with 1 round from the 5 marked positions. I don't have good footage of the target, but here's an overlay of the small target at 154 yards. I ended up dropping 2 shots here. The spotter called them low. Stage 2 was the Leupold barricade. Only 1 target on this stage at 127 yards. On this stage, we would shoot from the 4 marked positions. Position 1 was 3 shots. Position 2 would be only 2 shots. Position 3 would be back to 3 shots. And then the 4th and final position would be 2 shots again. I ended up dropping 2 more shots on this stage. I believe my wind call was just a little shy, which makes me think that the low targets from the first stage were actually due to wind. After the second miss here, you see me look up and confirm that my scope is dialed correctly. I probably wasn't even holding wind or even holding the wrong way after getting flustered with trying to move with the bolt closed. Stage 3 of the day was blocks and rocks. We had 1 target at 85 yards. You see me adjusting the bag. I had borrowed this game changer that was attached to a rail. I wasn't used to this setup, so it took me a second to get the stability. If you notice, after that, I keep smashing the bag down every time I move. On this stage, you would shoot 1 shot from 5 different rocks and then shoot 1 shot from 5 different blocks. I ended up cleaning this stage, my first clean run of the day. Cutting this stage off short because I get too far away from the camera to see what I'm doing. Stage 4, rooftop. Take up position on the left side of the roof. Engage target E at 75 yards, left to right. Move to target F at 95 yards, left to right. Engage target G at 138 yards, left to right. Shooter will then swap to the right side of the roof and engage the targets. G 138 yards, right to left. F at 95 yards, right to left. And E at 75 yards, right to left. Here I missed the far skinny target just off the right hand side. I was holding a 0.4 for wind when it should have been a 0.5.
Should have been a 5. Should have been 5? Okay. Prove it.
I engaged the narrow far target with my corrected wind call.
Back. Back. Should have been 5. Good stuff. Back.
I start speeding up my shots on the way back in because I know my elevation and wind holds were correct. But here I'm not paying attention. I reach up and I dial back to the far target when I'm supposed to engage the close target.
Oh, dial up instead of down.
Oh.
At this point, I was kicking myself. When I should have only been down 1 point, I ended up down 3. This would put me down 7 points going into the 5th stage.
9. Good shoot, man. 6 now.
5th stage of the day, log stack and tank traps. Started off with my wind call from the last stage. I watched the round go pretty far off the right side. After a quick measurement with my reticle, I ended up having to double my wind call up to 8 tenths. Back to the stage description. Shooter must use one of the positions on each of the 3 logs and one position on each of the 2 tank traps, and engage target H at 166 yards, big, small, 1 round each. I ended up only dropping that first shot due to my wind call, which I would consider an understandable miss. Unlike the miss off the rooftop where I dialed the wrong direction. Stage 6 is the truck. On command, shooter will take up a position in the truck bed, entire body in the truck bed, and engage target I at 125 yards with 3 rounds. Shooter will then move to the hood and engage the target with 4 rounds. Then move to outside the bed rail for 3 more rounds. I got a little carried away with the stability of being on the bipod off of the hood. I ended up only sending 3 rounds from this position, which put me out of sequence, so my first round off of the bed rail was actually meant for the hood, so it counted as a miss. I ended up missing what I thought was my last shot. I know they wasn't supposed to tell me, but they did, and I didn't actually know why I needed to shoot 1 more shot. But after shooting the last shot and impact, they explained to me that I was out of sequence. Stage 7, the block stack. Shooter will take up position on one of the 3 blocks. Engage 3 targets at J at 115 yards with 1 round each, from left to right. Move to the second block and engage 3 targets right to left. Move to the third and final block and engage targets middle, left, right. I ended up with a clean run on this stage. After this stage, I would be down 10 points for the day. I was shooting pretty good today. It was the mental mistakes that was getting me.
Get her done, sir.
Stage 8, cattle gate. Shooter will take up one of 5 marked positions and engage target K left to right at 150 yards with 1 round each. Repeat target sequence for the remaining positions. On this stage, I had noticed that the wind had died, so I rushed to start the stage. So I was shooting straight up, no wind hold. I didn't notice the wind had started picking back up. I sent one off the right side. I added 2/10 left to my win call. With the 2/10 left, I still sent the next round off the right. Should have been more like 4/10 or 5/10 to hit. Stage 9, PRS Barricade Tiebreaker. Shooter will take up one of 4 available positions on the barricade and engage the 2 targets at 100 yards left to right. Hit or miss, move on. Repeat for the remaining 3 positions. Shooter will then repeat sequence for one of the 4 previous positions, but it cannot be the same position you just used. I ended up taking my time to get a clean run on this stage. I am now only down 12 points for the day, going into the 10th stage.
Impact. Impact. Well done, Robbie. 58-33.
Last stage of the day, Stonehenge. Shooter will take up one of 2 marked positions and engage the KYL at 50 yards. With 1 round, large to small, hit or miss, move on. Shooter will then move to the 2nd position and repeat the sequence. I decided to start this stage on the lower rock. Felt like it would give me the most stable position to confirm my win call. Wasn't sure if the 2nd rock would be tall enough to go kneeling. Figured out real quick that it was too tall. Somehow I lost the rest of the footage from the GoPro, but I end up cleaning this last stage, dropping a total of 12 points all day. Another successful match in the books. Although first place would have been great, I am very happy with 4th. It can always be worse.